And the Hokies will put toe to leather and will get started. And here's the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. Like, I'm excited about this new era of football. Like, we're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch. Fun to watch them on tape. Fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football. Do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard no the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So Virginia Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And guys, we talk about how tight ends are a quarterback's best friend. Boy, this guy may take friendship to a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's so nice to have a guy that the size, the athletic ability, and here's why it's always so good. Jesse, what do you want to do, man? Put a linebacker on him, put a safety on him. Nowadays, these guys can win, and it just really makes offense so much easier to run, and it goes pretty smooth.
Yeah, you're right. This guy is a matchup nightmare. It seems like every week, defensive coordinators go in, and they don't respect his...
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And I'm really impressed with the start by this defense. Like, getting to the quarterback early and often. First drive, already have 2 sacks. That's a good sign for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 20. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Hokies are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokies.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They want to run it left here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence looking ahead to next year, David.
And confidence and momentum and just learning how to win. A part of that is a part of the process of being great in the future. And this team, learning how to win, finding ways to get it done, it's only going to build momentum, and hopefully you can carry that over to next season. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Leaves it with the back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Marshall. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs.
There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. And really nice job on that last one, picking up the first down.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And it's a touchdown, puts 6 on the board. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Groves. Fires to the big fella. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Lost a throw on first down. Rushes on him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Yeah, this offense might want to think about moving the launch point for this QB, because if you take hits like that from the pocket, it's really tough to complete passes.
So now it's second and long. Back to pass. He's taking the shot. Brings it in down the left side. There he goes. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. They'll give it to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Hauls it in. Finds a little bit of room, and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. On the option. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Oh, he makes a catch. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Complete. Oh, out of space. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need a better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? Goes to the option. Now the pitch. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Holloway. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. from the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Now facing 3rd and short from their own 17. To throw, it's Drones. Buys a little time. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's low. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Completion a little short of the sticks. It's 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's low. He rolls all the way down the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Looking for the end zone. And he bangs his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the 1st half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Heath. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Drones. Here's a Heath. Had to throw it before he wanted. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And how can we begin our analysis of that 1st half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Scanning the field, it's Drones. Under fire. Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. Still on his feet at the 45. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. To the air on 1st down. Keeps it going. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Heat. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Between the uprights, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50+, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner goes down. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
Here comes the Heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. On the run, it's Carr. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Right back to the well. Turning it on. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get 1st downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up 1st downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Finding open areas. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. And how How much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats. They'll leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. He's got it on the move. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Slams into the end zone for a touchdown.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out. It's Keith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll do it himself. Oh, better look out. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense wants to bring the heat. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's Drones. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking deep down the right side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Hokies line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. On the ground, it's Carr. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to impose their will with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking downfield on 1st down. Still looking on the move. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
You You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. A strike downfield. And he's got a touchdown. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Not much reason to go for the onside kick at this point, except they want to run up the score. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air, it's Drones. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. Across the 25, he's got room. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hokies.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Looking for space. It's low. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And here's the pick. And, oh, did they need that right now. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Fires to the tight end. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Out of the gun, the inside give. Plows through the defense. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. To the air, it's Drones. Trying to bull his way in. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Big guy smells it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense and seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him. Fielded in the end zone, it's Rivers.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled and not before. He picks up the first down.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, you've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The pressure, the intensity is palpable. A huge play right here on 3rd and 2. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield and making something happen.
Running into the open space. Good pick up there. He gets enough for the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Carr. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? To the ground. He's got it again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this first down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You could tell in these last couple of plays, they've been selling out, putting a lot of bodies closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating the offense, trying to run the football, and trying to bleed the clock. Now, I'd get after this quarterback. I'd be anticipating throw here. Just send the blitz and really dictate to them to give yourself an opportunity to win.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. They'll come to the line, 1st and goal with the lead and the clock running. Beck's going for the goal line. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
That is how you end a football game. Closing seconds, great execution. Take the lead. This game is almost over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Drones. He wants a big play here late. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's brought down after the pick, and time has expired here in the 4th. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.